Hello, how are you? How are you guys? I'm a little bit early as always, but I can't resist wanting to have a little chat to you. And to see who is here with me today, who is joining me in this live session, and who is joining me early to chat, because some of you already know that I always come a little bit early. Is Petra joining in? I wonder who is joining me today. So I'll just wait until some of you log on, give you time to settle, get your space ready. I hope you already have your space ready. And just wanted to ask you, are you always practicing in the same space? So have you made yourself a little room, a little place where it's your little sanctuary, or are you changing it around, spicing it up? So what are you doing? I had to change a couple of spots. Had one spot, wasn't quite happy with it. Sometimes I practice outside a little bit. Hi Alison. And but now I have this one spot that I'm happy with. I lock myself in a bedroom, and I feel like it's my spot. I feel comfortable there. So do you have a spot, your spot, that is your yoga spot, or are you changing spots around? So that's what I want to know. And you might be wondering what that mountain white thing behind me, that is just the bolsters covered. I just took all the covers off and washed them and doing a bit of cleaning while I can. Tonight we're going to be doing a restorative class and women's health. That's the theme of the class today. So I'm really excited to be doing this class with you guys. And you will need a bolster, a block, and a strap. So grab that and type in who's joining me for the session today. I know there's a few of you. I saw that joining in, so say hi. Show me some love. Tell me how you're going. How's your practice going? How's life in ISO? And some of you are still working, so it's not really ISO for you, I suppose. So let me know who's joining, and get yourself comfortable on the mat. If you are already on your mat, then start doing little knee drops, side to side. And I'm going to flip the camera so you can see me nice and clear. So I've got my yoga space here, and here I am. So for your practice today, you will need a bolster, a strap. If you don't have a strap, you can use a belt. And a block. So if you don't have a block, you can use some thick books that you can stack on top of each other, or you can also lean on the bolster. You can use the bolster as a block as well. And for those of you that are here early, we're going to start in a nice meditation. So just sit comfortably on your bolster. And start lifting up the spine and tuning into your breath. First, just noticing the breath in and the breath out, rolling the shoulders down. Having a little gentle smile behind the lips. Feeling the sitting bones grounding and the spine lifting up. Really relax your belly, let it come out. Don't hold any tension here. If you're holding tension anywhere in the body, just noticing the breath in and the breath out. This is a great time to cultivate what you want out of your practice today. So what is your goal that you're seeking out of your practice? So set that intention so you can reflect on it when you finish your practice. Allow the gaze to look towards the third eye. And perhaps even counting your breaths. 5 breaths in. Count 5 on a breath in and 6 on the breath out. The tongue is free in the mouth, unlock your jaw. We're going to do about 10 more breaths here. You can bring your attention to the breath. Five more breaths. Just preparing, setting the right mindset for the practice. It's very important to know why you're practicing. What is the reason that you step on your mat? What are you trying to transform in your life through the yoga practice? What does it help you with? Tonight's practice we're going to start by laying on the bolster. I like to take the bolster a little bit higher up my back. So not right into the lower back, but more towards the midsection. Lifting the tailbone, lengthening the tailbone on the floor. Bring the feet together into Baddha Konasana and rest your head down. If you need extra support for your head, you can place a blanket under your head. Take the palms up. Allow the shoulders to simply roll down towards the floor. Going to take about 10 breaths here. If this is too intense, too strong, you can simply bring the knees up, feet wide, and lean them onto each other. This is a lovely variation. We're just wanting to get in tune more into the breath, send it deeper into the belly, and get a little bit more intuitive with that practice. Start really scanning your body here, really withdrawing in, allowing this hour to be all about you. Is your breath telling you something? What if you try to send the breath to really tight areas? Keep relaxing your brain, focusing on the breath. 5 counts on breath in, 6 counts on breath out. And maybe your intention for tonight's practice is simple, yet very powerful, just being present. Keep relaxing your shoulders down, breathing softly. Maybe noticing your thinking patterns. You really start to observe your thinking patterns. You then able to change them as well, turning negative thoughts into positives. So if any negative thoughts are coming through your mind throughout this practice, see if you can replace them with a positive one. For example, if you feel like saying, "Oh, I feel so stiff," and say to yourself, "No, my body is beautiful." It is. Your body is beautiful. The last few breaths here, we're going to just see if we can soften a little bit more. If your feet are together and knees are apart into Baddha Konasana, you can start inviting the knees together, and we all will finish off together here. Two final breaths. We're going to extend the arms over the head, perhaps maybe tucking the chin in a little bit more, and now that you've softened, you can extend the back of the neck, really reaching the fingers up. And then slowly extending the legs out, finding your balance here, pulling the toes towards the face and then pointing the feet. Start rotating your arms, your wrists around one way, then the other. Maybe some clicking there. You can flick your fingers, wiggle your toes. So keep drawing the gaze inwards, and I really encourage you to have your eyes closed as much as possible for tonight's practice. To come out, we're slowly going to roll through the side. Move the bolster away. And bring the knees wide, toes together, sit towards your heels and stretch forward. Really lengthen your chest forward here, wiggling the fingers, drawing the shoulders towards the spine, relaxing your head down. Breathe here into the back ribs, feeling the back ribs expand. And we're slowly going to look up. Bring the hands back, tuck the toes under, and come into a squat. Roll your squat gently. Then bring your knees down again, tuck the toes, stretch forward. And I like to almost like grab the mat and walk my palms a little bit more forward. Ground the buttocks towards the heels. Keep tuning back into your breath. What is your breath telling you tonight? Really tune into your body. Start coming out of the thinking patterns. Walk your hands to the right. Lengthen. Feel the side body extension through the left. Feel the left rib expand. The back ribs. Coming through the center here, and then walking your hands to the left. And again, walk your fingers a little bit more forward, really stretching, relaxing your head down, and feeling the breath through the right rib cage. Feel that expansion. Breathe into the space. Breathe into the back ribs, side ribs. Breathe into your bones. Feel your whole body breathing. Slowly coming through the center. We're going to come onto tabletop. Stack the knees under the hips and just rock the hips side to side gently. We're going to sit back and then turn the palms so the fingers are facing towards you and the palm is up. We're just going to gently press into the top of the hand, just stretching the wrist. And do it in your own intensity, so you can really feel it here. We're just going to swap sides. Now we're going to face both fingers towards you and the palms on the mat. And if this is too much, you can simply come up and then slowly sit down. Just to feel what sort of stretch you need here. Everyone's different. Slowly shake your palms, your hands, give your fingers a little flick. Come into tabletop. Going to do cat-cow. So inhaling, dropping the belly, squeezing the shoulders towards the spine, but lengthening the tailbone here. So no dipping into the lower back, opening the throat, looking up. That's an inhale. Exhale, reverse. So now you really rolling the spine, pushing the earth, relaxing the head down. And then inhaling, squeezing the shoulders, lengthening your tailbone, opening the throat, the heart. Exhaling. We're going to move a little bit more fluidly, so no beginning and no end. The breath is one breath. Every time you come in, see if you can open up a little bit more. Breathing, really closing your eyes and looking into your heart. How are you feeling today? Allowing your body to open and soften gently. One more round. And then really gently, we're going to tuck the toes under and come into a squat. From the squat, we're gently going to come up. Have the feet hip-width apart and the knees bent. Relax the head down into Uttanasana. And inhale, flat back. Exhale, relax. Inhale, flat back. Few more rounds here. Inhale and exhale, moving fluidly through your postures, through the asana, creating a meditation and movement. Connecting to your breath on a deeper level. And next time you're going to drop your head down. We're going to stay there and interlace the hands behind your back and keep the elbows bent here. Relax your head down completely. Let your neck soften and wiggle your head around. Keep your knees bent. From here, releasing your hands and walking them forward into downward facing dog. Our first downward dog for the practice, and we're going to paddle the feet here. So keep your knees really generously bent and paddling, just getting the feel for your downward dog. Spreading the fingers, pressing the palm into the mat. See if you can bring the shoulder blades into the spine a little bit more. Engaging through the core a little bit here. You can move your neck around, it's quite nice. I'm going to gently look forward and bring the right knee forward here. Extend the left leg back, and we're going to roll side to side. So I like to do this pose in preparation for pigeon pose towards the end of the practice. And for those who can't access pigeon pose, this is a great variation. So gently rolling side to side here. In our restorative class tonight, we will work a little bit more on strength than usual. So from here, we're going to push up and come into a plank. If a full plank is too much for you here, you can have the knees down towards the earth. Round your back here, tuck the pelvis in. If you're in full plank, really energize the legs here. And you can rock back and forth in your plank, just to feel where the right position is. One more breath. Then from here, we're going to move back to downwards facing dog. Bend your knees here, pedal your feet. We're going to bring the left knee forwards into our pigeon variation and extending the right leg back. So when you first bring the knee forward, that right knee creeps up a little bit. So really send it back, then you get much better stretch through the psoas muscle here. And go back and forth here, feeling where the thigh area is. Don't try to avoid it. It's those thigh areas that need your most attention. And sometimes it can be a manifestation of an emotional blockage or anger, because our emotions do manifest in our bodies. And sometimes they manifest just as tightness, and sometimes they can manifest as injuries and illnesses as well. Beautiful. So from here, we're going to come to one more plank. No more planking, I promise, tonight. That's the last one. So really make it a good one. Open your shoulder blades here, tuck the pelvis under, and just rock back and forth to feel your body. Beautiful. And then release the knees down. Come to sit on your heels. Interlace the fingers behind your back. And now you can straighten the elbows. Tuck the tailbone under, lift the chest, look up a little bit. Breathe. Very good. Slowly release. Going to come up to standing. So from here, we're going to come into wide-legged stance. So use the edge of the mat. And stand nice and wide. Take the arms wide. Place them on your hips. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, slowly folding forward. And bring the hands down on the floor. Relax your head down if you wish to. Really energize the legs. So really press the big toes on the outside of the foot and keep lifting the legs and the energy up. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, lifting up. Pivot your left foot out and tuck the right foot back. Going to bend the front knee and come into warrior two. Look at the back hand, make sure it's right behind your shoulder. Look at the front. We're going to inhale, lift the arms up, straighten the knee, and exhale back down. Do this 5 times. Really sink into your hips. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Strong in the legs. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhale up, exhale down. Beautiful, sink down. And then slowly inhaling up and bringing the outside of the feet parallel again. You can bring the hands on the hips, or if you want to dive a little bit deeper, you can interlace the fingers behind your back and come forward. Breathe. Slowly inhaling up, taking the hands shoulder height, and coming to warrior two, bending the front knee, the right knee, adjusting the back foot. The hips are open, and just make sure that front knee is not diving in, so it's staying in line with the mat. Look at the back hand, look at the front, And then inhale, straighten the legs. Exhaling down. 5 times. Inhaling up. Exhale, sink into your hips. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. One last one. Make it a little bit deeper. Energize the back leg. Slowly coming up. Bring both of the feet parallel to each other. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fall forward. You can have the hands on the mat here. Relax your head down. Really energize the legs here. So a little bit of left and rights next. So just listen up. You walk your hands to the left and you pivot the left foot out. You bend the right knee and you can lift the toes up of the left foot. Stretching to the side. You can use your hands here to move to the other side. So we're moving really slowly and mindfully, listening to our breath and our body, but not listening to the mind. Letting go of all the thinking and connecting to the feeling. Let's repeat the first side again. So really feeling the hamstring here. Opening the hips, stretching the back. A lot's going on here in this pose. Just enjoy every single bit of it. Be grateful for your beautiful, amazing body to be able to do this tonight. Slowly coming through the center. So we're going to lift the hips up now and pivot both legs out. And bring your arms to the side, squatting down. So really keep lifting through the inner thighs and really locking all the bandhas, lifting up. Sinking down into the hips. Letting your knees come out. And then slowly coming up, bringing the arms up. Exhaling down. One more time into Goddess pose. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. So really lifting the energy up, but sinking down into the hips. Beautiful. Slowly coming up. Let's crab walk the feet together, give them a little shake. I'm just going to come into a balance. So, my favorite tree pose. You can use a wall, bring a foot here, or on the inner thigh, just not on the knee. Press the foot into the inner thigh, the thigh into the foot. Take a deep breath in. Find a point of focus and inhale the arms up. Strong and grounded. Like a tree. Slowly bring the hands down, foot down. Square your hips. Tadasana, mountain pose, sending the energy through both of the feet, and then bring all the weight into the right foot and bring the left foot in. So really pressing the inner thigh into the foot into the inner thigh, keeping your hips square, so not letting yourself sink into the hips. Finding your strength and stability, lifting the arms up. To add another element into this pose, you can also look up. Keep your back of the neck long. Beautiful. Slowly releasing down. Placing the legs well done. Give them a little shake. We're going to come to sit on the bolster. So you're going to have the right foot in, left foot extended in front of you with the toes pointing up. And you're going to have a little bit of space in between the foot and the inner thigh. Take your strap and place it on the ball of the foot. Wrap it around. Take a deep breath in, lengthen the spine, exhaling the chest down. You can walk the hands down towards the foot as much as you can without forcing. So that right knee, I've noticed on my own, wants to come out. See if you can keep it hugged in. Soft through the belly, and don't look down, look forward. Keep your shoulders down, breathing, hinging from the hip. You really don't want to be at your 100% here. Have a sense of letting go and maybe pulling back as well. Going to slowly release and swap sides. Wrapping the strap around. Really like working with the strap because then I'm not forced to straight away to go into my foot. So I can work it really slowly, allowing my body to release without forcing. So inhaling, relaxing the shoulders down, exhaling, slowly coming forward. And that ego wants to go forward. So try and hold back and really gently release through the body without forcing. Keep hugging that left knee in. So it's like you're trying to push it into the hand a little bit. Keep extending the chest forward. Really breathe softly here. 2 more breaths. Keep looking forward. Relaxing your face and your jaw. Relax your brain. Slowly coming up. And now we're going to bring the right foot in, left foot out, and take the strap onto the left foot, on the ball of the foot. So not in the center of the foot, more towards the ball of the foot. Take the strap into the left hand. The hips are rolling forward. And we're going to take the right hand over. Tuck the chin into the right underarm area. And the aim is not to come towards the foot, but really just to open that side of the body. Breathe into the right rib cage. Lengthen your lower back. Slowly inhaling up, release the strap. Now bring both of the feet into Vata Konasana, soles of the feet together. You can push the forearm into the inner thighs here, lengthen the chest and lean a little bit forward. So you're trying to push the forearms, opening the hips. Breathe. Slowly coming up, and then we're swapping sides. So wrap the strap around and bring the left arm over. Tuck the chin into the left armpit and feel that whole side of the body opening, lengthening. And come back a little bit. Keep rolling that shoulder back. opening the heart. Breathe. Slowly coming up. Well done. Release the strap. Now we're going to bring the feet together into Baddha Konasana again, but we're opening them like a book. So you're trying to read a book. Keep your spine upright, tuck the chin in. Beautiful. Slowly release and come into a squat. Bring the hands into the heart center, lift the chest. Breathe gently. Going to take the left hand across the left knee and push the knee with a hand and the hand with the knee. Rotate the right arm around, bring it behind you, and come into an open twist. Breathe here, keep your spine lifted. Come through the center, swap sides. Well done. And then bring both hands forward and stretch forward. A lot of deep hip work here. Hope you're enjoying it. Well done. Slowly coming up. Give your legs a bit of a shake. And recross with the left shin forward. I'm going to take the hands into the chest, opening wide, and taking the right hand on top of the left into Garandasana, eagle pose. Inhale, lift the elbows up, and exhaling, rolling the shoulders down, trying to rotate those hands around. Feeling the extension through the neck here, all the way into the shoulders. Breathe. Allow all the tension to melt away. Feel your body and the mind relaxing. Slowly release the interlacing of the hands. And now interlace the fingers behind your back and bring the hands to the right side of the body. And lean the ear to the right ear to the right shoulder. Feel the left side of the neck opening. Breathe into your neck. You can play around with your chin here, rolling back and forward. Slowly release. Give your shoulders a bit of a roll, back and forth. Take the hands into the heart center. Now bring the right hand on top of the left. Take a breath in. Bring the elbows up, shoulders down. So we're doing the opposite side to the first side. If you did right on top of left or left on top of right, just make sure you even it out. I'm going to slowly release and now interlace the fingers behind your back and bring them to the left. Drop your left ear to the left shoulder. Feel that side neck opening and play around with your chin. You might feel that this side is tighter than the first side. Beautiful. Slowly release. Roll your shoulders. I'm going to tuck the chin in, take the tip of the fingers and pull the base of the skull, bring the elbows in towards each other. Feel the back of the neck lengthening. Slowly release. Come to tabletop. Rock your hips side to side. From here you can take a bolster if you wish, and we're going to bring the right shin into pigeon pose. You can use a block to rest your forehead. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, slowly extend the chest forward. Bring the elbows wide. Keep squaring the hips and bring the chest towards the floor. Breathe into your hips here. We've done a lot of hip releases before coming into this pose, but you can still feel quite intense. Breathe. Allow all the stagnant energy to leave your body and invite fresh energy into your body. Going to slowly come up, roll towards the bent knee. Before you move to the other side, you can adjust the angle of the bolster and just bend your knees, come into downwards facing dog. Just feel the hips and bring the left chin forward. Really square those hips towards the front of the mat. Inhaling, lifting the chest. Exhaling, surrendering yourself all the way down, using a block under your head, or perhaps just resting down on your forearms. Keep melting yourself down. Can you let go a little bit more? What is your body telling you? Can you really tune in? Going to gently come up, rolling towards the bent leg, and coming into our last downwards facing dog for this class. Bring the knees down, keep your bolster handy, we'll need it, and now take a block. We're going to lie down on our backs, And bring the block in between the inner thighs. Bring the feet in line with the hips, parallel to each other, and see if your middle finger can touch your heel. Roll the shoulders down. I'm going to inhale, lifting the arms, lifting the hips. Exhaling down slowly. Inhaling, lifting, squeezing the block here. Pressing through the feet. Rolling the spine down in 3 sections, vertebrae by vertebrae, with the tailbone and the hips, the last to come to the floor. Inhaling, lifting, squeezing, really pushing through the feet, strong like a tree. Allow the blood to come down the legs, into the heart, into your thyroid, washing away thoughts, bringing new thinking. Exhaling down. Going to do one more with a little hold at the top, squeezing the block, pushing through the feet, extending through the arms. Can you lift your hips a little bit higher here? And exhaling, vertebrae by vertebrae, bring the hands down. Release the block and place it under your sacrum. You've got 3 heights to the block, so you can place the flat side, second side, or the highest one. If you don't have a block, you can place your bolster under your hips. If you're on the highest side, see if you can interlace the fingers and roll the shoulders towards the heels. Work the feet and really squeeze through the inner thighs. You're not sinking into the block here, you're still lifting through the feet. Feel the blood pumping through your body. 3 more breaths. Going to gently release the block, hug the knees into the chest. Rock side to side. Bring the left foot on the floor with the knee bent and the right knee into the chest and give it little pumps. Relax the shoulders. Now we're going to bring that foot into half happy baby. Keep the left hip grounded onto the mat. Now we're going to bring that right foot on top of the left knee into reclined pigeon pose and grab the left knee. Flex both feet here and lean towards the left. Relax the shoulders. And do a little roll here, back and front, side to side. Tuck the chin in, lengthen the back of the neck. I'm going to gently swap sides. So take the left knee in, keep the right knee bent, foot onto the mat, and the left knee is you're just giving it little pumps. Keep breathing. Nothing too structured here, just little ins and outs. See if you can relax here. This is enough for you. You may stay here. If you want to dive a little bit deeper, come into half happy baby. Trying to keep that right hip grounded. And then bringing that foot onto the right knee into reclined pigeon pose. Grabbing the right knee, rolling side to side. And just feel where the tension is. Here, see if you can bring the right knee towards the right shoulder a little bit more. Relax through the hips, see if you can let go. Flex both feet. I'm going to slowly release and take the bolster under the hips. Slide the bolster under. And we're just going to find that perfect balance on the bolster. And bring the feet up into Viparita Karani. Keep a little bit engagement through the legs. Push through the heels. Pull the toes towards the face and roll the shoulders away from the ears. Roll your head side to side here, making sure there's no tension in the neck. Really gently bend the knees. Push the bolster down. And bring the feet onto the bolster and the knees wide. And we're going to bring our hands into like a little diamond shape, into a mudra, and place it on the belly. And feel the breath come into the belly here. Feel the belly, push your hands up. Lengthen the tailbone here a little bit to make sure there's no dipping. I'm going to take about 6 breaths in this wonderful pose. So this is a good time to just remember what was your intention in the beginning of the practice and reaffirm it in present tense. I'm going to invite the knees together. Push the bolster down the mat a little bit and bring the left leg of the right, like you're sitting in a chair. Come on top of the right hip and bring the knees all the way down to the right. Coming into a twist. The left hand is on the floor and the head is tilting towards the left. The breath might feel different here. See if you can breathe into the side of the body. Slowly coming up. Let's square the hips, square the shoulders, square the head, and come into the twist into the other side. Really roll on top of the left hip before coming into this beautiful twist. Tilt your head to the right. Breathe into the side body. Relax the knees. Slowly coming up, squaring your hips, squaring your shoulders, and giving yourself one big loving hug of love and appreciation and gratitude to this wonderful body that you have and to the time you have allocated to look after your well-being. Going to surrender into Shavasana. You can take your both down, place it under your knees. Make sure your hips are balanced. Stay with me, I will guide you into a relaxation. The feet are relaxed. The knees are relaxed. The hips are relaxed. And lift your tailbone, lengthen it, and square your hips fully balanced on the earth. Relax your belly. Relax your rib cage. Relax the back ribs, the side ribs. Relax your heart. Relax your shoulders. Relax your palms. Relax your throat. Relax the tongue in your mouth, the teeth, the lips. Relax your cheeks. Relax your forehead. Letting the eyes sink into the sockets deep. Letting the body sink into the earth, heavy, sinking. Remain in this complete stillness. Heavy in the body, light in the mind. Few final breaths here before rolling on to your right. Spend a few breaths there in fetal position. When you're ready, come up to sitting on your bolsters. Press your palms together, the right palm touching the left, all the fingertips touching, the thumbs touching your heart. Going to finish with a resonant Om. Take a deep breath in. Om.